Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we're going to look at JEPQ. Now with JEPQ pretty much sitting at an all-time low, is now the right time to jump into JEPQ? Are you bullish the Nasdaq? Let's take a quick look. This isn't going to be an overview of JEPQ. I've done that already. I've done JEPI. It's almost the same thing. JEPQ is a little bit unique though. So right now, JEPQ sitting at right at 41 bucks a share, right? It opened basically at 50 bucks a share, so it's down about 10 bucks. It's only been out since about May of 2022, but it's pretty much followed the Nasdaq. So we're gonna just do a quick look at JEPQ. We'll do the overview. 17% dividend yield. Now everybody's going to jump into that. And my same commentary that I used for last week's video, if you missed it, you might want to watch it, about JEPI applies to JEPQ. If we end up going on a run, if the Nasdaq ends up going on a run, you're probably not going to get this high of a yield. Covered calls typically are more profitable when the market is going down. And actually, I just misspoke. I said covered calls because these JEPI, JEPQ, they do not sell covered calls. They sell calls. They're not covered. Okay. So what that means is if the market goes down, if you sell a call, your profit is higher. The premium is less, but the profit is higher. Now, as the market goes up and you're selling these calls and they're being called away or you're needing to buy them back, your profit is going down. That is my point. Someone had a question about that last week. So that's kind of covers that. Expenses 0.35, not bad. What does it do? Just like JEPI, generates income through a combination of selling options and investing in U.S. large cap growth stocks from the Nasdaq 100. This is let me get to that. Seeking to deliver a monthly income stream from associated option premiums and stock dividend. Here's a key component to all of this. Seeks to deliver a significant portion of the returns associated with the Nasdaq 100 index with less volatility. Now that is open to interpretation, right? What is significant portion? Could it be 51% of the upside? I would say that'd probably be close. I mean, you could argue that that's a significant amount of the upside, right? Don't expect this to track the Nasdaq if the Nasdaq goes crazy and goes up. So they construct a long equity portfolio through a proprietary data science-driven investment approach designed to drive portfolio allocations while maximizing, risk-adjusted expected returns. So they're going to try to get you less swings in price, more income, and essentially what they're telling you is they're not going to get as good of a return unless you were in the QQQ or the QQQM, okay? And why is that? Let's take a look. JEPQ and the Nasdaq, it hasn't been the same like JEPI and the SPY, mainly because of stock selection. Okay, these are actively managed funds. We can go over to the fund overlap. And this is etfrc.com, and you can punch in JEPQ and QQQM. I'm using the M here because if you're a buy and hold investor and you want to invest in the Nasdaq, buy the QQQM. It's cheaper to own, cheaper share price, same exact thing. So what you see here is they only have 56 overlapping holdings. JEPQ only has 76 holdings out of the QQQM's 200. And what will make the difference here is the weighting. Okay, the weighting, the weights are the allocations of each stock, right? How much they have in each one. Now, I'm only going to show you the top 5, but it'll show you how the difference between JEPQ and QQQM, it really could make a difference in performance. Like you have Microsoft, 10% of Microsoft, 10.6% in JEPQ, but in QQQM it's 12.6. Apple, 9% in JEPQ, but in QQQM it's 11.8. Amazon, 5.1% in JEPQ and 6.1% in QQQM. And then Google, 6.7%. Actually, this is false. And 3.8 in QQQM, but actually QQQM, dang, I keep saying, that's tough to say, keep saying, has the Class A shares and Class C shares of Alphabet. So that's probably pretty close. I think the QQQM has about 7.5% of Google. Then you have NVIDIA, JEPQ has 2.4 and 3.3 in the QQQM. So the way that JPMorgan has to construct this is they have to construct it trying to reduce the volatility of the portfolio, so that could, you know, make different swings and make it perform a little bit differently from the index. JEPQ does not try to match the index. It says it was trying to give you a significant portion of it. Okay, and that's of course up to interpretation. Now, is it time to buy JEPQ? Or is it time to buy QQQM or QQQ? Your choice. Same products, basically. If history says anything, now might be the time to not buy JEPQ and to buy QQQ or QQQM. If we look at the chart of the past, 24 years, 23 years of performance of the Qs of the Nasdaq, you did have huge, because we had the Nasdaq, the tech bubble back in 2000, and that was a big, I don't know, everybody was going tech, everybody got super excited, and it basically crashed. So you had 3 years of poor performance. But after that, what did the Qs do? It responded by 50% increase in 1 year. Okay. Same thing in the 2008 crash. 2008 crash. It's not showing. I hate this thing. Oh, well. 2008 crash. It crashed like 40 something percent. Okay. What did it do the following year? Another 54% up the following year. Okay. Now, you got to ask yourself, 2022, we were down in 33%. Okay. What's 2023 going to show? Is it going to be one of these pops, that the Nasdaq can do? Or, are we going to have multiple years like we did in the tech bubble? The tech bubble was a unique time. So if I were a betting man, and I'm not, I would go with QQQM and not JEPQ. Okay. But since I am not a betting man, I am buying personally JEPQ. That's what I'm doing. Got 150 shares. I'm looking to double that position over time. I sold a couple cash secured puts to try to get into it. If JEPQ, gets any lower, I will definitely load up on it. But that's me. I'm not a betting man. Are you a betting man or woman? Even though 99% of my viewers are men. Did I just assume your gender? Anyway, that's all I got. The points I made about JEPI in last week's video stand the same with JEPQ. Should you buy JEPQ? If you're a betting man, you probably want to buy QQQM or QQQ. If you're not a betting man like me, I'm buying JEPQ. Although, full disclosure, I do have a small position in QQQM. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed. I don't know if you got anything out of it or not, but basically, JEPQ, JEPI are designed to underperform their indexes, their respective indexes, which is the SPY and the QQQ. Okay. If the market's going down, you're going to have some good income because the calls that they sell are going to be profitable. If the market goes up, yes, you'll get some capital appreciation. Your income will probably go down, and you will not get, I don't want to say all, you won't get all of the upside of the QQQ, but you'll get some of it. How much is some? They say a majority, so whatever that means. Anyway, hope you guys have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.